Hello everyone, this hour on Verbling, the next in my speaking skills series. Today it's all about how to talk about money. And what we're going to be doing today is brainstorming a bit to get you some language that you might be familiar with, get it. Then we're going to be learning some new things and putting that into practice with different kinds of role plays. So, it'll be a fun class, good for beginners, and good practice for intermediates. So join us. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. You can follow me on Verbling by clicking the link that you see in the chat window and see all my upcoming classes. I've taught over 1,000 classes on Verbling since joining in February 2013. Over the last 15 years, I've taught general English, English to kids, English to adults. I've taught business English in major companies like BP, Deloitte, Prada, Boston Consulting Group, Bain Capital, many others. I've taught academic English in exams like the CPE, FCE, CAE, the TOEFL. So these classes are great fun and good practice, but also if you want to take a trial lesson and see what a customized lesson is like, and create a customized, custom-tailored lesson plan with me so we can meet your goals, then click on the link and sign up for a trial lesson. Okay? So that's a little bit about me. As we're waiting for people to come in, let me say hello to everyone, and I'll also share my screen with you. So, first in is Mr. Cornell. Good morning, Cornell. How are you?
Good morning, John. I'm okay, more or less. I am preparing for a job interview, which will be tomorrow morning,
Oh my goodness.
9:30.
Oh my goodness. In English?
I don't know. I
Hmm.
don't know. It is a mystery for me because I got a phone call from the company senior financial director of the company,
Right.
and position haven't hasn't been advertised.
Right.
Yeah, I sent my application to HR department to the company, and I was stand at the invitation myself for a job interview, but it is a good news. Yeah, position
Very
is buyer position at a French laboratory. Citox Lab is the name of the company. Yeah,
good.
there are 5 or 6 plants in the world: U.S., French, Denmark, and Hungary, and I don't know the furthermore ones.
Uh, well, if you want to practice your interview, book a class with me and we'll do interview questions.
I
that's
think
the
so.
only that's the only help I can really give you. If it's going to be in English, of course. If it's
Okay.
Hungarian, I can't help you. I'm sorry about that. Maybe when I learn it later on. Well, as we say in English, break a leg, Cornell.
Okay.
You,
Thank you.
you, you know what that expression means?
Yeah.
Break.
Cross the fingers. Is it the same as you mentioned? Yeah.
No, we say break a leg. It's like in theater when an actor goes on stage. By the way, everyone, I'm going to say hello to you in just a second. We're just getting some news from Cornell. So I did see you come in, everyone. Nice to see you. When an actor goes on stage, right?
Okay.
Your actor on stage is very nervous because he or she is in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
So if you wish them something bad, if you say good luck, then they think that they're jinxed. Something bad is going to happen. If you say good luck, it's going to go badly. So you always say the opposite. So what's the worst thing that could happen? You could break your legs. It would be very painful.
Yeah.
So if I wish you break your legs, it means the opposite will happen and you'll have a great interview. So break a leg, Cornell.
Okay. Thanks so much.
In French, they have a different word, but I'm afraid I can't say it because there might be children watching. We have a different word in French. In English, we say break a leg. All right. So welcome back, regulars, Mr. Shinue. Nice to see you. Mr. Jose, great to see you again.
Hi, John.
How are you? Good?
Fine. And you?
I am alive and kicking, Jose. Alive and kicking.
Yeah.
Let's say hello to, we've got some new faces. We've got Vladimir and we've got Diego. Hello, Vladimir. How are you?
Hello. I was yesterday in the lesson.
Oh, you
And
couldn't speak though, right?
it was my name. It was written in Russian letters.
But I recognized it.
Yeah.
But
So,
you were having trouble speaking in the class, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you got it worked out today. Very good. Nice to see you. And
Hi, teacher.
hello, Shinue. How are you?
I'm fine. I hope you break your leg.
I'm not doing anything. If you say break your leg, it's because I'm going to do something.
After class, after class, I hope you break your leg.
But Shinue, I don't have a job interview, so that means that you really want me to break my legs. You don't really want me to break my legs, do you? Maybe you do. I don't know.
Maybe you will have a date with a beautiful girl.
That would be great. What will I tell my wife?
And you would tell your wife, I go to work with some colleagues.
Okay. But I work in the house. She's gonna think it's strange. A date with a beautiful girl would be nice, but I'm gonna have to bring my wife along to make sure that she approves. But thank you for that. I hope you have one too. Let's say hello to Mr. Diego as well. Hello, Diego. How are you?
Hello, how are you? Hello, John.
Very good. Very good. And Diego, is this your first time with us? With me?
Yes,
I think so.
yes.
And where are you from, Diego?
I'm from Chile.
From?
Chile,
Tuna?
South America.
Ah, okay. But I can't hear what I can't hear the word. Say again. The country? Oh, Chile. Ah, Chile. Ah, I couldn't hear you very well. Sorry. Excellent. And what time is it in Chile right now?
6 o'clock.
Why are you awake, Diego? You need your beauty sleep. It's too early in the morning, Diego. Take a look at this, everyone. How to talk about money. Take a look at this for a minute.
Okay.
We're gonna be looking at lots of vocabulary. I want to first brainstorm with you and see what you know. So I'm going to be showing you some interesting pictures to help you jog your memory. Then we're going to hopefully give you some new vocabulary that you might not know, or things that are typical for a native speaker to say. We're going to put those into use with some exercises, and then we're going to do several role plays at the end so that you can activate your knowledge of how to talk about money. Money. Let's take a look. Oh, I'm going to try to do it like this. We're going to learn for the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes. We're going to apply what we learned for another 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And then we're going to try to do a full speaking lesson at the very end for about 15 or 20 minutes. So we're going to try to learn, apply, and then put it into use. Here is our first slide. Take a look. Here are some examples of money. Can you name them or others that you might not see? So I've got some examples down there at the bottom. All right? And I want you to tell me, what do you see? Everyone, say one thing, even if it's not on the slide. So Diego, what do you see on the left side? What is that?
What do you see the left side?
You might not see the word, so you can use your own words, or you can use words that I gave you at the bottom. because we're going to try to take this list and expand it. What is that thing on the left side? What is that?
I think the money is
What kind of money is that? It's got Abraham Lincoln on it. It's worth one of something. We don't use them very often. You know what it is? If you're not sure, we'll come back to you in a minute. Don't worry.
okay.
Don't worry. Mr. Jose, what do you think? What's that thing on the left side called? It's the word for that particular thing is not necessarily on the screen. You could use one of those words, but there's another word too. What do we call that thing on the left, Jose?
On the left,
Yeah.
on the coin, no?
Yeah, what kind of coin is that? First of all, coin is a good start. So that's a coin.
I see a coin.
Yeah. Class, how much is that coin worth? Do you know?
The name of this coin, John.
Okay, that's good too. What's the name?
I don't know the name.
Uh-oh. Vladimir, how much is it worth?
I guess it's 1 cent.
It is 1 cent. It's a 1 cent coin. And do you know the name of it?
No.
This is an American penny. The penny. So on screen you can see.
Where is writing the value? I don't see it.
It's not written.
Okay.
American money has only the important things of America, like liberty and God. Liberty and God. That's all we put. Actually, it's probably on the back of the penny. It's probably on the back. It'll say 1 cent on the back.
Left side coin could be a souvenir.
Say again?
Left side coin, which was seen, could be a souvenir.
Swanee?
Souvenir.
Uh-oh, you lost me. I'm hearing this, Cornell. Look in the chat window. Souvenir, got it. Oh, souvenir. Say again. Souvenir.
Souvenir.
Yeah, got it. Why do you think it could be a souvenir? I agree with you, but tell the class. Why do you think this is a souvenir?
Because we can see Abraham Lincoln on the coin, but as I recognize that it is made in 2005, so it couldn't be a souvenir. So
it could be a souvenir because when was the last time you bought something for 1 cent, Cornell?
I don't know.
Me neither. I can't think of a single time. In fact, it probably costs more to make this coin.
Maybe the coin costs more than the worth of the coin.
Exactly. Okay. Shinyue, what do you see in the middle of the screen? What can we call those things?
We call bills.
These are bills, that's right. So these are bills. And in British English, not so much in American English, we call these banknotes.
Banknotes.
Yeah, bills or banknotes. And
in American English,
we usually just call them bills.
The name is bills, no?
Usually bills, yeah.
Bills.
Shinyue, how many types of bills are there in America? Do you know? Can you name the bills?
Can you repeat your question?
Sure. How many kinds of bills do we have in the U.S.? How many kinds of bills do we have in the U.S.? What are the What are the values of the bills? Do you know?
How many kinds of bills do we have in the U.S.?
In other words, what value is minted? Minted means created by the government. What values are minted on the bills? So, the one you probably know about. Yeah, go ahead.
I have never been to America. I don't know. Please tell me. Wonderful teacher.
Well, let's see what the class thinks. Oh, by the way, we have Mr. T back. Hello, Mr. T. How are you?
Hi, fine, thank you.
I'm right. It's Mr. T, isn't it?
Yes.
Ah, that's right. I thought so, because I was going to say Addison, but I remembered, no, it's the I pity the fool guy.
Yes, that's right.
Did you go to YouTube? Did you look up Mr. T?
Yes.
You're lying.
Amazing guy.
Did you look him up, really?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. He's a cool dude. He's a cool
I like
dude.
him.
I like him too. You're Mr. T. Everyone that's Mr. T at the end. Don't call him Addison. He's Mr. T. The coolest guy around. Hey, listen, Mr. T. How many different kinds of bills do we have in America? Little trivia question. How many different kinds of bills, banknotes, do we have in America? What are the values? Do you know?
I don't know.
Wow, nobody knows. Really? Okay.
Dollar.
Very good. If it's one, we say $1. Right? So we have a dollar or
$100. $100.
Okay. So we've got one or $1 bill, and we say it like that. $1 bill. We have a $100 bill. You can see these in the chat. And we do not have a $1,000 bill. We do not.
Yes.
Class, what do you think the highest value or the highest amount on a bill is in the United States? Want to guess? We do not have a $1,000 bill.
10,000.
Really? If we don't have 1,000, you think we would have a 10,000? Really?
$20.
Vladimir says 100. So Vladimir, that's the highest amount is 100?
Yes. No?
You are absolutely right. Yeah, that's right. The highest minted, remember the word I used before? Minted. Minted means printed by the government, created by the government. The highest minted amount is a $100 bill these days. Vladimir, what's the next lowest amount? What do you think?
After one bill?
After 100, what's the next lowest?
Lowest maybe 25.
25. I've never seen a $25 bill that I can remember.
Maybe 10 or 5.
Cornell, you said 50.
Yeah, 50. 50, 20, 10, 5. And I don't know. It is my guess.
Okay. So, the answer is, actually, do we have 50s? I'm trying to think. Yeah, we do. It's been so long. I've never had a 50. That's why I don't know. I'm lucky to have 10. So we have a $1 bill, a $2 bill.
$2 bill, $5 bill, no?
We have a 1, a 2, a 5,
10,
10,
20,
20, right?
50,
50, and
100,
a $100 bill.
100, 500, 500, no?
Not anymore.
Not anymore? Okay.
As far as I know, there are no more $500 bills, as far as I know. Because
I am
go for it.
I am slightly right, and aren't I?
About the 50, yeah.
Yeah.
You missed the 2. We have a $2 bill, which is very rare. For some reason, they don't make many $2 bills, but they do exist. And we have a $1 coin, which is called the Susan B. Anthony coin, and you never see these anymore. They were printed, they were minted when I was a kid. So in the late 70s, these were minted, I'm sorry, not printed. And you almost never see them these days. I think they might have stopped. So this was a figure from women's suffrage. It's the only woman on American money, besides maybe the Statue of Liberty somewhere. I don't know. Maybe. Hey, Cornell, what about your question? What was the largest banknote forgery in history?
Yeah, Operation Bernard. Do you know it or not?
Never heard of it.
It was happened during Second World War,
Right?
and Nazi Germany forged. I don't know the punctual name. Forged the English font sterling with jewels. Yeah.
So they forged a pound note from the
Yeah,
UK.
pound note. Yeah, and after that they tried to forge on a US dollar, but there wasn't enough time to do it because end of the Second War was coming soon. Yeah.
The forgery case. Whoops. Sorry, I'm sharing the wrong thing on my screen with you.
Please look at the Wikipedia link because it is a very interesting topic for me, and I hope for another classmates.
How about this? Next Wednesday, maybe we could do a hot topic class about it. Might be interesting. We could talk all about it. There's a forgery case that I know about. I don't remember the name of the guy. I just remember how he was caught. There was a famous forger a long time ago. I don't remember when it was, but it was when I was very young. And they caught him because he did something very stupid. He was making I think it was $100 bills. What's the stupidest thing you think you could do if you were forging money? What's the stupidest thing you think you could possibly do to get caught? What do you think, Cornell? What would definitely give you away?
Sorry, could you please repeat the question from another aspect? Because I don't understand clearly.
There was a famous case of forgery when I was young.
Yeah.
And the forger was caught. Question is, what do you think he did to get caught? What did he do wrong with his forgery? What's the stupidest thing you could possibly do if you're trying to forge money? Want to take a guess, Cornell?
Firstly, as I know, appropriate technical background is needed.
And he had it? The technical part was very good?
And,
yeah?
The activities could be sophisticated.
Like activities, you mean like putting it into circulation?
And process of doing it.
Right.
Could be sophisticated. Yeah, and taking care of sharing the banknotes to the civil life or buying something because there is some equipment to check the banknotes whether it is a real banknote or forged banknote.
Forged. Well, all of that, as far as I know, went okay. Here's what he did. He liked his work so much that he decided to add details to the picture that were not there in the original. So he could copy. There was a picture of the White House on the back of the. I guess it's. I have to remember if it's the 20 or the 100. Picture of the White House. So he added a light in one of the windows or a lamp, like a little detail, and he got caught. Because there is no lamp in the original picture. So he had to put his signature on it.
And safety requirements of banknotes is being improved.
Yeah, this was a long time ago. They didn't have such sophisticated ways to check.
Yeah.
Okay, well, getting back to our currencies for a minute. So we've talked about banknotes, pound notes. Earlier, you mentioned sterling. That's what we call British currency, the pound or the pound sterling. We talked about coins. What do we call coins in British English, class? In America, we say cents. In British English, we say... It's on the screen. Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom of the page.
Pen.
Pennies. That's right. Pennies in American English for 1 cent. Pence is a way to say cents in British English. Very good, very good. Okay. How can you say how much something is? How much it's worth? I'm going to say a number and call on one of you, and I want you to give me an expression that talks about how much something is. I'll give you one quick example. Here, one quick example. If I say 0, there's no 0 on the line, but if I say 0, it would probably be free. If I had a 7 here, it would probably be more expensive than anyone could possibly pay for. So we're going to look at 1 to 6, okay? Let's give it a try. Mr. Jose, what do you think about right in the middle, number 3?
Number 3.
Mm-hmm. You're going to talk about how much something is. What expression, word or phrase could you use? More or less in the middle.
Cheap, expensive,
Cheap or expensive?
or in the middle.
It's kind of in the middle. Okay, let's go with cheap. What number do you think would be good for cheap?
For cheap, number 1.
I'm going to put it at number 2.
Oh, number 2. Okay, cheap.
Yeah, I'm going to put it at number 2 because I think we can express something that is even a little bit less than cheap.
Expensive, number 4. 4. No, John?
Mm-hmm. Expensive, number 4.
Number 4.
Let's see. I'm going to put expensive. I'm going to put expensive at number 3, and you'll see why in just a second.
Expensive, number 3, John?
I'm going to put it at number 3 because we got lots of ways to talk about being more than just expensive.
There are a lot of ways.
We're going to find out in just a moment. Okay?
Okay.
Vladimir, what do you think about number 1? If cheap is 2, what can we say for number 1?
It's cheaper than cheap.
Okay. Cheaper for number 1. Sure. Anything else come to mind?
Very cheap, I don't know.
Okay, we'll go with number 1 is definitely cheaper than number 2. We'll go with cheaper for a moment. Okay. Anyway, if expensive is 3, how can we talk about how much something is in number 4? What do you think?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
Sure. If we're saying that number 3 on that scale is expensive, what is number 4? What could it be?
Number 4 is more expensive.
It is more expensive. Good. We can say that. We're going to say more expensive.
More expensive than number 3.
It is more expensive than number 3.
Yeah.
Now, is there another word we could use instead of more? If we're describing, imagine you go to a shop and you want to buy a watch, right?
Yes.
If you're not comparing it, you're just looking at it, not comparing it to anything else.
No.
What else could we say before the word expensive? Like this, blank expensive. It's what? Let's see if we can come up with something else.
The most expensive.
Well, that would be comparing it to everything in the shop. But most is another good word.
Extremely expensive.
Good. What number will we say for extremely expensive? What number?
Number 5.
Number 12? Okay.
Number 5. Number 5. Number 5.
We don't have a number 12, but we can go for number 6. Extremely. It's extremely expensive. How's that? We'll go for number 6 for extremely.
Teacher,
Okay. Yes.
how do you describe number 5?
That's a good question. Mr. T, how would you describe number 5? If 6 is extremely, and number 3 is just expensive, what do you think number 5 could be?
Overpriced.
It could be overpriced. Well, I would say maybe number 3 would be good for overpriced. Because if it's expensive, well, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe number 4, overpriced. It's a good word, though. Maybe number 4 could be overpriced because it's more than just expensive. If you think about it like that. Okay? Vladimir is gone. That's too bad. I was about to call on him. So we still need, we've got a 1, we've got a 2, we've got a 3, we've got 2 for number 4, we've got nothing for number 5. So what's in between expensive and extremely expensive? What's in between? Any ideas? Going once? Going twice?
So
More
many
ex-
stupid students.
So many?
So many stupid students.
Much more expensive.
Okay. You're almost there. A good simple word would be it's quite.
Quite.
Quite. Or even simpler, very.
And much more.
And much more is still comparing, right? So you can definitely, and so for me, maybe 6 or 5 could be much more expensive than number 3. But I like number 4 especially because we have a different word entirely, overpriced. If number 4 is overpriced, what could we say for number 1? If number 4 is overpriced, what can we say for number 1?
Low priced.
It's low, or it's underpriced. Maybe it's worth more than we're saying.
Underpriced.
We could even say
Worthless.
worthless would probably be 0. Underpriced. Could be underpriced. We've got a low price, and what's the opposite of low? Obviously.
High.
Okay, so we've got maybe somewhere around 4 and 5. We've got a high price. Okay, it's not bad. So we've got free, low or underpriced. We've got cheap. We've got expensive. We've got quite expensive. We've got overpriced. We've got a high price. We've got extremely expensive. Think about those as we move forward because we're going to be using those later on. Oops. Take a look at some of these key verbs. Look at the picture on the left. What do you think these people are saying? What's the guy saying on the left? What happened? And how can we express it?
Teacher, can I talk?
Say again?
This guy is very disappointed. He cannot afford to buy a new iPhone. He only look at the new iPhone at the store, but
Exactly.
she can't buy this.
He
So
feels
what?
scared.
He feels what?
Scared.
He feels
Scared. Scared.
you're going to have to write
What?
it. Can you write it for us, Jose?
Yes.
And while he's writing that, oh, scared. Oh, got it.
Scared.
Scared.
Man,
So, using the word afford, Mr. Shinue, what is he saying to himself in that picture? Using the key verb afford. What's he saying?
Oh, I don't know your question. Can you repeat?
Let's use those key verbs at the bottom. You could use perhaps the word afford. What's he screaming?
Afford.
Yeah.
Afford means you can or able to buy something.
Right. So he's probably saying to himself, oh my God, I can't afford it. I can't afford this brand new iPhone. Mr.
I
Cornell.
can't afford it.
Oh, sorry.
Wonderful.
Yes. Very good. Mr. Cornell, look at the nice lady on the right. What do you think's happening in that picture? I want you to use one of those key verbs to talk about her situation. What's she saying to herself? Use your imagination.
Cost is the keyword. For,
Could be.
Yeah.
What's she saying to herself?
And pay for something.
Hmm?
Sorry?
So what's she saying? If we could hear her thoughts, what would she be saying?
Cost is too high, and I will pay for the beverages.
Not the cost is too high, it's okay, but even better, it costs too much. It costs too much. Okay, very good.
She can pay, no?
She can't pay it. It costs too much.
Yes.
Okay? Mr. Vladimir, are you there? Uh-oh, I think we lost him. Mr. Vladimir, are you there?
Yeah, now I'm here.
Ah, very good. So, that girl might be saying, oh my God, it costs too much. Can you think of another way to use cost besides it costs too much? Could be about the picture, or it could be in your own life. What's another way to use the word cost?
May I ask you to please copy again in chat the things that you described, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My laptop was restarting and I lost it.
Okay,
So,
on this.
so I don't know what do you say about 1, 2, 3, 4. that numbers, previous picture. Okay.
So on this slide that you're looking at right now, we have two expressions. We have the guy on the left, maybe he can't afford the phone, so he's saying, I can't afford it. Maybe the girl on the right, got a bill and she says it costs too much. Okay? Can you use one of these verbs in another way? Talk about something maybe that you have experience with. So for example, what do we call it? The price of everyday things. Food, clothing, shelter, transportation. There's an expression with costs. Do you know what it is?
Standard costs.
Okay, you're almost there. Almost. The cost
everyday.
Almost. The cost of living. Cost of living. Since you mentioned standard, we could also say the standard of living is. Then you can use a word from the previous slide. In the previous slide we had high, low, overpriced. This was on the last slide. High, low, overpriced. A word we didn't say was reasonable. That would be kind of in the middle. Expensive. Extremely expensive. What else? And maybe quite cheap or quite expensive. So this is what you had in the last slide here. These were some of the key words.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So we've still got worth, value, and pay. Mr. T, I want you to make a sentence using one of those three words. It could be about the pictures, or it could be about something in your own life. Worth, value, or pay. What do you think?
Worth.
Worth.
I'm going to buy a new expensive computer, but I think it will be worth it.
I'm going to buy a new
super computer.
supercomputer. Wow.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
It's quite expensive, but I
Good.
think it will be worth it.
But it'll be worth it.
Worth it.
Is exactly right. That's a good expression. It'll be worth it. Okay. And Shinwei, what's yours? What's yours?
Although my salary is low, I have to pay the bills for renting the house.
Mm-hmm. And you could also say, I have to pay the rent for the house if you don't own it. I have to pay the rent and I have to pay the bills. So we've got, I can't afford it, it's worth it, pay the bills, pay the rent, it costs too much, the cost of living, the standard of living, and finally, value. What do you think about value, class? Can you think of a good example? Could be about the picture or about something in your own life. You could also change the form of the word. If things are worth a lot, here's a good example. If things are worth a lot, what do we? That's it. Valuables. You put valuables in a safe because they're expensive. They're worth a lot. Okay.
For example, the diamond is the most valuable gemstone.
And I could say, I have diamond valuables in my safe. I have valuables that are made with diamonds. Valuables.
You are very lucky, Dominic.
I am. I'm lying. I'm lying. I don't have any valuables, so don't rob me. I have nothing here. Mr. Cornell, I want to take some of those keywords and I want to add a few more. So I've given you some sentences here. What do you think fits in the first one? These are some key verbs that we can use.
My car was 5 years old. 5 years old, so I waste it and buy a new one.
Okay, but you gotta be careful with the verb tense. Buy a new one? Try again. Buy a new one?
My car was 5 years old.
Was 5 years old. Was.
It was 5 years old. So I wasted it.
And
Bought a new one.
Bought is correct. Vladimir, what do you think about the first one? Is wasted okay? Do you disagree?
I guess sold will be better.
I think so too. I sold it. I didn't want it anymore. I sold it and I bought a new one. It seems to fit. Wasted would not be clear. Because what do you mean wasted it? Did you drive it off of a cliff? How did you waste it? It's less clear. So sold, we always do that with things, old things, mechanical things. Right? It's still good, but we don't want it. We sold it.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
It sounds better.
Okay, very good. Vladimir, why don't you continue with 2?
Okay. I was very sad when I lost my watch in the street. It was a present from my wife, and it costed her a lot of money. Fortunately, somebody find it in the
Fine?
next.
Fine is the present.
Find,
Found.
Say again?
Found.
Found.
it the next day and took it to a police station.
That is right. So, be careful. It's not costed, just cost. Lost, cost, and found. Lost, cost, and found. We don't have a costed. It's an irregular verb. Okay, but very good, very good. Mr. Shiniwei, what do you think about 3?
Number 3.
Mhm.
Number 3. I spent over £2,000 for my computer, but it isn't worth very much now.
So you
Spent.
said I spent
Spent.
over 2,000.
Spent.
Okay.
Spent.
Do you think there's another way to say that? Another verb that might sound even better?
Oh, sorry. I paid.
Right, right. Because when you spend, it's your choice. When you pay, it's because that's the price. So paid
Paid.
sounds better here. Very good. Okay, Mr. Jose, what do you think about 4? My
Yes,
father.
my father gave me
Mhm.
50 what?
50
Libras?
what? No, it's an L
Pounds?
it's an L for libra or pound.
Pounds. 50
Yeah.
pounds last week, but I spent, because it's my election, most of it on a ticket for a concert on Friday.
That's it. My father gave me, but I spent it.
Spent.
Very good. Mr. T, number 5.
Last week, somebody won £1 million in a game on television. It was incredibly exciting.
It was incredibly exciting. It was. Mr. T, keep going. One more. Number 6. You get 2. 2 for the price of 1 today.
I'm afraid I waste my money. Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, I waste my money on those CDs because I never play them.
Good. But waste is the present. What's the past?
Wasted.
Wasted is right. Okay, so 6 was wasted, 5 was won, 4 was gave and spent, 3 was paid, 2 was lost, cost, and found, 1 was sold and bought. Now,
Teacher,
yeah,
I have to interrupt you. I have
Please
a question.
go for it.
I have a question for number 5.
For
I
number
don't
5?
know how to pronounce. I have a question for number 5. I don't know how to pronounce the number. 1M.
1M? Mr. T, what was that again?
1 million
1 million. Right. 1 million pounds. 1 million pounds.
Thank you.
And sometimes you'll see, not often, but sometimes you'll see something like this in the chat window. I'm going to see if I can write it for you. You'll see something like this. You know what that is?
1 billion.
1 billion. Right. It's not usually B, it's usually BN for some reason, but just an M is million. Now, we have some other things to do, but I kind of wanted to get to a little role play, so I'm going to skip ahead, and I'm going to go to the very last slide, and maybe we can try this out. Have you ever had a yard sale? Or have you ever bought anything secondhand? By the way, have you ever had a yard sale? Do you know what that is? Maybe that's an American thing. Have you ever had a yard sale, class?
No, what does it mean?
It's a good question. Yard is part of your house. Do you know where the yard is?
I am
Garden.
curious.
Mr. T, do you know?
Is it garden?
It is. Yard
Yeah.
is the garden.
And what
And-
does it mean?
And so
Garden
what is
sale?
a yard? Kind of. Does that mean that we are selling gardens? No. We're not selling gardens. What do you think we're selling?
House.
Not the house, but we're selling all of our old junk. All the stuff that we don't want. Secondhand stuff. Like what you see in the picture. Okay? So, we're going to try to do a little role play where you use some of the language you've learned, like quite expensive, overpriced, cheap, etc. And you, Mr. T, have placed an ad titled Moving, Everything Must Go. And you, Vladimir, you are trying to furnish your apartment, but you have no money. What I want you to do is to call each other and talk about the things in your yard sale. This is a virtual yard sale. You placed an ad online. Okay? So I want you to ask about 2 things, Mr. T, and I want you to negotiate to get a better price. Give us your opinion. And Mr. T, you're the one selling. And Mr. Vladimir, you're the one who's trying to get the best deal possible. All right? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So Vladimir, you call Mr. T, and the phone is ringing. Ring, 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 ring. You got to pick up, Mr. T. Ring, 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 ring.
Hi.
Mis-
I'm
Hello.
T speaking.
Hello. I heard you have a yard sale.
Yes. What are you interested in?
I want to buy a lot of stuff in my new bachelor apartment.
The bachelor pad.
Yeah.
Yes, bachelor pad. Excellent. I'll put it in the chat window.
So first of all, I guess I saw a beautiful lamp. How much do you want for it?
Good question. How much do you want? Good.
Would be okay if it costs £1,000 for lamp.
What? I can't afford it.
It's a very special lamp. It has no electricity. You can turn it,
It doesn't.
on.
It doesn't
Yeah,
use.
it doesn't use electricity. You can turn it on anytime. Or yeah.
Wow. What does it use? Water? Air? Potatoes?
It uses nitrogen gas.
Of course. You know
This
those
is
nitrogen
very
lamps.
unique lamp.
Of course. Of course. I have 2 right here in my house. Okay, good.
Wow. I guess for me it's quite expensive. So maybe you can make me a
Yeah,
discount.
you can. I can give you a little discount if you really want to buy it.
What's he got? What's he got to do to get the discount, Mr. T?
Pay full of value in cash.
Ah, cash transactions. Okay.
Yeah.
Cash transactions only.
Oh,
Excellent.
okay, I agree with that, but my last price is $20.
$20. I would give you clothes instead.
For
I can
$20,
give you
20
all my clothes.
for $20, I would give him nitrogen gas, but no lamp. All right,
So-
let's switch roles for a second. Mr.
Yeah.
Shinwei, are you there?
I'm here.
Excellent. Mr. Cornell, are you there?
Of course.
Mr. Cornell. Okay. And then Jose, it's going to be me and you at the end. Mr. Cornell, as far as I know, you have to furnish a house, but you've got a kid, because I can see the kid in the picture. So you've got to find some things that'll be good for the kid's room, right? But you've got no money because your job interview is tomorrow. So right now you don't know about your future. You've got to really be economical. Mr. Shiniwei, oh, you're a very rich man. Very rich man. You've got lots of great stuff that you're selling. The phone is ringing. The phone is ringing, and you have to pick up, Mr. Shiniwei. Ring, 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 ring. Ring, 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 ring. Ring, 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 ring. Pick me up. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Shiniwei, pick up the phone. Ring, ring.
Hi.
Ring.
Hi, this is Conan Cornza speaking, and I would like to speak to Mr. Genio.
Nice to meet you. Oh,
Nice to meet
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, thanks so much. How are you? Everything is running well with you?
I'm fine.
Okay. As far as I know, you are interested. You are interested in.
Wait. You're the one buying stuff, Mr. Cornell. Remember?
Sorry?
You're the one buying stuff. You've got to put furniture in your kid's room. You've got to get baby clothes. You've got to get furniture. You've got to get toys. And Mr. Shiniwei is very rich. Very rich guy.
So, Mr. Genio, I would like to recommend you something for the kids' room, like some very reasonable toys. They are very modern, and
Are you buying or are you selling?
it is absolutely worth buying it.
Cornell, are you buying stuff or are you selling it? I thought you were buying it.
He's feeling confused.
It is confusing. But it could work. Shiniwei, do you have kids? Do you need baby furniture?
I have 15 children. I have 15 children.
Oh, okay.
I need
That's okay.
a lot of toys.
Okay, very good.
Could you give me some details about your toys?
Yeah, of course. It is some matchboxes and toys and something like that. And I would like to provide you some rebate from them.
Rebate. Good word.
Yeah,
Rebate.
rebate or price reduction. It is close to 10% for each one.
Not price reduction, but discount. Discount.
Oh, that's awesome. Could you give me more discount?
Wait a second. That's
Of course.
That's way too direct.
Yeah,
Shiniwei,
of course.
Anyway, that's way too direct. Could you give me a discount? It's so direct. You've got to be a little bit less
Yeah.
direct.
If you would like to buy more and more things, you will get more discount from them. So,
Cornell, the
Sorry?
more you buy, the more I'll do what? The more you buy, the more I'll finish the sentence. The more you buy, Cornell?
Yeah.
Finish the sentence. The more you buy, the more I'll do what?
I don't understand.
The more you buy, the more I'll... Look at the chat window. Can you finish that sentence?
Yeah, the more you buy, the more I will provide more discount from them.
Keep it simple. The more you buy, the more I'll discount. Just like that.
Yeah.
Discount can be a verb. We're going to have to continue this. We're going to have to continue this later. So we're going to find, this is a cliffhanger. We're going to find out if Mr. Shiniwei got his baby toys in the next class. We're going to have to stop now. So if you want to try the rest of the exercises, the answers are on the last page, so you can correct yourself, and you can let me know if there's any questions by sending me a message. Don't forget, follow me on Verbling to see all my upcoming classes, and I'll be back in 30 seconds to do the business class. We're working on business skills for project management meetings. See you in a minute. Bye for now, everyone. Very good job, everyone. See you